Hi, I'm Anthony Jerome, and on behalf of TVLesson.com, I'm here to do an introduction on shooting with 35mm film. Now, the main difference between film and digital. To begin with, it's the number of pictures you can take. Digital, you can go through, you have a memory card, it all depends on how your size, how many you can take there. Yeah, you can take a picture right then, you can take a look at it, review it. If you don't like it, delete it, take it again. Film, on the other hand, you have only the film, however it's on there. So with that, you have to be cautious. You have to go through because you trust what you're taking a picture of. Take the picture, hope that it comes out because you won't know until after you developed it. Here is a basic starter kit you should consider having before beginning your still photography career.
A standard 35mm camera with lens. An assortment of lenses ranging from 50mm to 300mm. A flash with diffuser. Last but not least, a bag to hold everything in.
Okay, to load the film, basically go through, open up the back, take the roll, slide it in. So once it's in place, you can take the film. In this model, you bring it over, the edge starts right there at the line, close the lid, and then you can go through and see it as it loads and it's ready. It's on the first roll. You can either go with the close-up. This one's a nice close one where it's a 24-70, good for group shots, wide angle, semi-close for face shots, or if you're going to need to go through for longer, distance one, 100-400, good for shooting into the distance. Okay, for zooming, it's very basic. In, out, you'll see the effects immediately. With everything, you're looking through the viewfinder, that's where you're going to see the effects. Focusing, on the other hand, that's a bit more touchy. You go through, turn it one way or the other. As you're looking through, you're going to see the image. Depending upon how you want to make the focus is how you're going to want to twist it. All this you're going to just have to play with. Focus one way, you're going to go through, see the image in the foreground, crisp, and the background, fuzzy. Another way, it could have both of them, or you could switch it around. Just a lot of play. For aperture, like if you're in bright settings, you're probably going to be around probably like a 6.3, a 4.5, right around there. That's usually pretty good for bright settings. As it gets darker, you're going to keep wanting to go lower because that'll actually give you a larger aperture to come in. Average about 2.8, that's pretty good for when you start getting darker. 1 is the lowest you'll ever find any lens capable of. And that's really good for dim settings. Shutter speed. So if you're going through trying to get like rain, stopping so you can see the individual raindrops in mid-air, you're going to want a high shutter speed, probably around 1,000, 800, 1,000, right around there. The faster the better. For a flash, you're probably going to drop down to a 60, that's the average flash sync rate. But if you're trying to get like motion blur, car coming by, seeing the headlights blur, you're going to probably drop down slower to probably a 20, 10, maybe even a second or two. Drop down to those lower rates. For those lower rates, you're going to want to make sure you have a nice steady hand, or even better yet, a tripod. By following these simple practices, you'll be on your way in no time with 35mm film photography. Remember, the only way to improve is with continual practice.